Today we are also going to be making something I made the first St. Patrick's Day that me and my co-parent were together. Something I haven't made in a long time, and I was thinking about it, and I was actually talking to my friends, Fortnite Chaos Creators last night, and I decided I want to do it again. So I'm going to make a Bailey's Irish Cream Creme Brulees. They are so decadent and so great, guys. This is a dessert. You give it to your girlfriend, you give it to your wife, or if you're a wife and you give it to your husband, they are going to love you for the rest of your life. I'm going to say that much. So delicious, so good. What you need is obviously a pot. What you're going to do is you're going to take a cup of milk and a cup of heavy cream, and you're going to put them into a pot, and you're going to put it over, heat. But you're not going to let it boil, guys. Make sure you guys do not let it boil. You kind of want to get to the point of boiling, and then you want to take it off. Okay, so that's the key. This is one of those things you have to watch. You have to watch it closely. Just kind of like the glaze for the Guinness. You need to watch it because it's going to start to boil quickly, and if it boils over, trust me, there's nothing you want to deal with is dealing with brown sugar and honey and all that other stuff burnt onto your stove and stuff like that. But yeah, you take a cup of good old whole milk. A little more there. You didn't get as much. And you want to take a cup of heavy cream. And we're going to bring this over. We're going to put this on the stove. And we are going to let this slightly boil. So let's bring this on over to the stove. We'll put her down. We're going to let her boil. And once it starts to get to that boiling point, that's when you're going to stop it, and you're going to let it sit for the side for a second, and you're going to start doing our other ingredients, putting those together. All right, well, our milk is now sitting, and let it sit for about maybe 10 minutes, let it cool down. What you want to do is you don't want to let it boil, so once you start seeing like bubbles starting to form up top, pull it off, let it sit for like 10 minutes. While that sits and does what it's got to do, what you're going to want to do is take your eggs. You're going to have 6 eggs. Totally forgot. Thank you, Little Bell, for reminding me. You want to preset that oven for 300 because that's what we're going to be cooking these guys at. It's 300 degrees, so preset the oven, get it started. And what you're going to do is take your eggs, and what we need is 6 egg yolks. So which means, guys, you can't just crack the eggs and just dump them in. You got to crack it, and then you got to pull a little what I like to call back and forth Tetris a little bit, kind of. Back and forth. You gotta take your eggs back and forth, just letting let as much of the egg yolk get off as you can, because you don't want the egg yolk. You don't want the egg whites. You want the egg yolks. So I don't know if any of you guys can see kind of what I was doing. So I'll move over my bowl a little bit so you can kind of see a little bit of what I'm doing. You want to crack the egg, take the egg. You want to split it, and now that you got it split, you're going to put one side with all the stuff, kind of let it drain a little bit, and then you want to go to the other side. And there you go, and just you got to keep it as close as you can, those 2 eggshells now you've broken apart. And you're going to let them go back and forth, and just letting the egg whites fall into another bowl. That's all you're doing. So thankfully, egg yolks are a little bit thicker and have a little bit of a membrane around them, so that's what kind of keeps them from going in, but you still want to keep those eggs close, guys. Keep them as close as you possibly can. And then once you got your egg yolk, you put it in the other bowl, and you just continue on with your eggs. Now, obviously, you're going to have 6 egg whites then. Obviously, they're not going anywhere since you're not using them for this. It's a good thing to just keep put in the fridge. You can use them for making yourself an egg white omelet. Do whatever else you want to do with it. If you want to get all the egg, there you go. That was perfect. That was a perfect one. I felt a big one fell on that one. Get all the egg whites out. You just want the yolk. You want that yummy yolk that we all love to eat. Well, at least most of us love to eat, I think. I don't know. I've come to find I thought everyone loved the egg yolk. Maybe it's because I'm from Jersey, and most time a lot of us eat our eggs sunny side up. So it means you're cutting it open and all the egg yolk is running out. I love that. It's the most delicious thing in the world. But I've come to find not many people like that. Actually, I found out, a couple years ago, that Guy Fieri, famous chef, hates eggs. Hates eggs. Like, obviously, eggs in the cooking, you know, with eggs, he's cool with that. But, like, if you're just putting, like, eggs on a plate for him, it makes him sick. Or a couple times I've seen people make what they call, like, a breakfast pizza kind of thing, and they put, like, eggs, like, they crack eggs into the little alcoves on pizza. He's like, no, don't think so. Good, gross. I thought egg yolks was everybody's favorite, but come to find out, not so much. Let me know, guys. Do you guys like egg yolks? I think egg yolks are the most delicious thing in the part of it, man. I love my egg yolks. Let's say getting like a nice sunny side up egg, and you get the juices all flowing as you're eating your toast or your bacon or you know, your Taylor ham pork roll. It's the best thing in the world. I mean, you dip that stuff in there. Oh, so good. Get like a bagel sandwich, and you get it all the egg yolk oozing out. So good. So good. Well, we got our eggs separated out. We got our egg whites in its own little container. As I said, I was going to keep those, guys. And now we have our egg yolks in here. Now what we're going to need to get, guys, is a 1/4 of a cup of sugar. What you're going to need is a 1/4 of a cup of sugar. Just regular old sugar. If you want to use the sugar substitute, you guess you can, but I don't think it's going to come out as well. I've never done it before, and I don't think it's going to come out as well. You got your 1/4 cup of sugar. You're going to dump that in with your eggs, and then what you're going to do is you're going to whisk for probably like 2-3 minutes. Get it all combined and all nice married together. Make it it's almost making like a custard, I guess you could say. Get it all together. And that's kind of what it should look like. It should look like a big yellow eggy custard. Okay, well, now that we've got that all combined, we're now going to add our vanilla extract. It's about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Well, even the little top thing comes off. There we go. So we got our spoons. Look for our teaspoon. And you put about teaspoon and a half maybe of vanilla extract. A little bit more. There we go. Add that in there. Give it another whisk up. Get it all together. And I'm going to go check on that cream. Make sure to see how that's cooling down. See how much longer we got on that guy. So I will be right back, guys. Alright, guys. Well, it looks like our milk has cooled off as much as it can go. It's been going for 10 minutes. What you're going to do is you're going to add the hot milk to the egg mixture, but you don't want to just dump it in, guys. Dump it in, it's going to ruin the whole thing. What you want to do is, because it's still going to be hot, there might be a little skin on the top. Don't worry about that. That's just kind of for it boiling and stuff like that, or starting to boil. You want to take it a couple tablespoons at a time. I usually do maybe about 2. Add in there, and you want to whisk. We want to whisk. You want to whisk the whole time. You want to take a little bit, it breaks in between. You want to add a little milk, whisk. Keep whisking. Don't ever stop whisking. And don't pour the whole thing in there, guys, as I said, because it's just going to ruin the whole thing if you do that. You want to do a little bit at a time. What's going to happen is if you cook, you know, as I said, it's hot milk, obviously. So, you know, you just dump it all in there. What's going to happen is you're going to cook the egg. And that's not what you want to do. Obviously, we're cooking the egg when you put it in the oven, but you don't want to cook it before you put it in the oven, because then you're going to have scrambled egg creme brulee. We don't want scrambled egg creme brulee. Even though it rhymes so beautifully, we don't want that. And by the time all the milk is combined and the cream in here is combined into this, you should be able to coat the back of a spoon with this stuff. This is how it should be. You start turning almost into a custardy kind of stuff. Alright, let's see. Get the rest of this in. Should be starting to get good here. So this is, you know, definitely a long process, because you can't just dump the milk in, guys. You kind of have to go at a slow pace. You got to kind of go little by little. think it's starting to get thicker. It looks like it's getting frothy. So let's see. It starts to get by the back of the spoon. It starts getting a little runny. It's a little runny, but it starts to get the back of the spoon all nice and good. Now, once you've gotten it all done, guys, you've got it whisked, and it starts to firm up a little bit for you guys. What you're going to want to do is you add the Baileys. This is the fun part, guys. This is where we get to add the Baileys. And what you're doing is about 4 to 5 tablespoons of Baileys. So there's 1. There's 2. There's 3. 4, and we'll go 4.5. Kind of meet it in the middle here. And give it get a little more whisking together. Now, once you got it whisked, guys, the next step is to take it and you're going to pour it into like a fine mesh sieve and let it kind of go through and let some of those, if there's any chunks that are starting to, maybe from the eggs or whatever, starting to form. So they'll get all into the sieve and the rest will be all the good, delicious creme brulee part of it. And you got to let it sit for a couple minutes, let it, thicken up a little more possibly while it's in the bowl, and then we will pour it into our ramekins and we'll put it in the oven. Alright guys, well, the last step you want to do is you want to get your ramekins all in a little Pyrex dish, because what you're going to do is you're going to pour maybe about 3/4 full each container. You don't want to fill them all the way to the top because they are going to expand a little bit. So I'm going to pour it about 3/4 of the way full. Now, once you've gotten it 3/4 of the way full, guys, what you then need to do is this. This is something a lot of people hear the term, but they don't ever really know it. You're going to put a water bath, or make it like a bain-marie kind of deal. You're going to put a little bit of water right down the center, and you're going to fill it up just till it starts to going up the sides of the ramekins. You don't want to go, obviously over the ramekins, because, well, that would just put water into the things. Let's see how much we get here. A little bit more. We can still go a little more. I want to go about halfway. That should be, I think, good. And then what you're going to do, guys, is you're going to take those, stick in the oven for about, I want to say half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. Let it cook. You check it. I mean, you can add more time as you go. But you want to get into like a jelly kind of, or a custard, as we're supposed to be, consistency. This is the same way you make cheesecake, guys. When you do a cheesecake, you put it in a water bath or a bain-marie so that the water on the outside is kind of like boiling the inside, so it's not making it into a hard rock. It's keeping it nice and soft and everything. When it's all done, guys, I will let you see what it looks like, and you guys can judge yourself what you guys think. Well, these are about to finish up, guys, so we're about to check these out, see what they look like. Hopefully they look good. I had to use some bigger ones for some of them because I didn't have as many ramekins as I thought. Those look still a little liquidy. Those look like they're probably perfect. Let's see. Try not to get water in them. Let's see. Oh yeah, nice and custardy, just how they should be. That one's a little bit, so maybe I might put these in for another 5 more minutes. Those definitely got to go a lot longer. See, when you guys are doing creme brulees, just remember you got to use shallow dishes. Unfortunately, I had no more shallow dishes besides my 4 ramekins that I had, so I had to use some different dishes. So those probably take a little bit longer to do because, they're still liquidy. But hopefully over time they're going to harden up as well. And once you guys got these out, so these look absolutely beautiful. Once you get them, guys, you take them out, let them cool for a little bit. And you take each one of these, you're going to stick it in the fridge for, I don't know, like 4 hours at least 4 hours. Let them sit in the fridge, and then when you're ready for them, what you're gonna do is, guys, take them out, put them on a tray. If you have a blowtorch, just use a blowtorch. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put turbinado sugar on top. If you don't have turbinado sugar, what you easily could do, guys, an easy little hack that I like to do, and I think it works well. Some people might disagree. I don't know if you have other ways you think you can do it. Please let me know, guys. I'd love to know other ways. I take about 1/4 of a cup of regular sugar and 1/4 of a cup of light brown sugar, mix it up, and I sprinkle it on top. And then when if you have a blowtorch, take it, you blowtorch to the top, make it all nice and caramelized and like crispy and really good. It looks like a shell on top. So when you hit it, you like that crack. It's so awesome. If you don't have a blowtorch, guys, don't worry. It's not the big deal. Put it on a pan, as I said. Put it in the oven under broil. Don't put it on a high broil because you put it on 500, you're going to burn it instantly. Maybe like 250, maybe 300 under broil. Let it go. We'll get nice and crispy on top. You'll see what starts to get brown. Take them out, and they'll just keep getting crispy. Take it, eat it instantaneously. So good, guys. So good. Well, guys, I got to get finished doing this up and also go pick the kids up. But I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, guys. I hope you guys have super days. If you guys do the recipe, guys, please, guys, let me know. Let me know any changes you did. Please, guys, let me know how it turned out. Love to know any problems. I will help you guys. But for now, guys, hope you guys have, once again, super days. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next week.